Hey YouTube, how's it going? Well, I'll tell you how it's going. It's going crazy. That's how it's going. Because here we are. I've been in here like a week now, and the only thing on my mind now is I want to go home. That's the thing that runs through my hand, through my mind. Nurse comes in and asks if there's anything I can get you. Yes, I want to go home. You can get me a trip home, and it's the central theme, pretty much everything in my brain right now. I want to go home. And it doesn't matter if all I'm going to do is sit there in my wheelchair and read or watch videos or try to play some hermitcraft or whatever. That's fine. That's totally fine. I want to go home and do that. It beats the hell out of this. It really does. It beats the daylights out of sitting here, staring at stuff, and wishing I could do things. It's like, for example, right now, just simply because there is not much else going on, I'm sitting here with the Food Network on the TV. I've got it muted right now. But right now, it's the Food Network on the TV, and it's Guy Fieri and Guy's Grocery Games, I believe it is where he's got his show set up in what looks like a supermarket, and it's playing grocery games and cooking. And that combined with another thought, with basically the temptations that start raging through your mind when you're sitting here for way too long in the hospital. You start thinking about all the different things that you could have to eat, the things that you could order to eat. Get out DoorDash and start calling up your favorite foods and your favorite things to eat, even though ordering them by DoorDash is going to cost 2 to 3 times what it would normally cost. Yeah, it's really super expensive doing it that way, but it makes you tempted to do it just simply because you're on a restricted diet. I'm on a restricted diet, and over there they've actually brought in a couple of extra machines to hang on that pole. They're giving me so many IVs because they're giving me antibiotics, and they're giving me Lasix. IV Lasix. Oh boy. Guess what I'm doing a lot of? Well, let's put it this way. I still have a catheter in, and right now, that's a good thing. Because there's been somebody in here to empty that catheter that's hanging on the end of the bed 3 times so far today, and it's only 2:45 in the afternoon. Yeah. That's a lot of results. That's a lot of stuff coming off of me. It's like my left leg was kind of getting fat and skinny. Well, it was okay, fat and skinny. That doesn't make any sense. I said, let me flip the camera over here, and yeah, it was getting fat and puffy, and now it's long and thin and skinny. Yeah. And this is because all the stuff, it's almost all completely gone off of me. Of course, there is the one part, yon swollen scrotum, that, that's still swollen. It's like they got the water off just about everything else except that. And naturally, of course, I'm stuck here until they get that taken care of. How is it they managed to get rid of the water off everything else except that? That makes no sense. And it starts making me wonder, what's going on here with this? Why is it working that way? And the temptations, it's like, for example, I know that coffee it kind of functions like a diuretic. So it makes me want to order a 64-ounce mug of coffee. a really good 64-ounce mug of Quick Trip coffee. Yeah, that's tempting. It really is, and it would be worth the money to do it. But then again, you start talking about all that stuff, and that starts getting me hooked on the food thing. Because this guy's grocery games, the episode that I'm looking at, they're featuring people that are just they're cheese freaks, and they want to put extra cheese in everything they do, and they want to cheesify everything. And I'm thinking, okay, yeah, I could build myself an ultimate cheeseburger, and the way to do that is for the bun, you use a 16-inch pizza crust, and you take that and you use that for the hamburger bun. Yeah, and then you load up about 7 or 8 different kinds of cheese on a 16-inch pizza crust. You got lots of room for lots of different kinds of cheese. So, hey, throw that on there and do it. Of course, flipping that thing over would be a little bit of a challenge. Yeah, I don't know. Realistically speaking, doing things like that is going to have to wait until I actually get out of here and get home. But, all right, how about this? I'm going to think on what I'm tempted to do, what kind of things I want to try to make, and see what I can come up with to do the week during the week after I get out of here. In the meanwhile, I want to hear from you guys. What food thing are you tempted to make the most of right now? Yeah, I mean, do you want to make a cheese dish? Do you want to make some kind of a pizza? Do you want to make a pasta dish, a soup, a stew, some kind of special sandwich or something like that? Lay it on me. List these things out. I want to see what you guys want to make food-wise right now. What is the biggest temptation for you food-wise right this minute? I am very interested to hear all of this. Now, who knows? I might even borrow an idea or two here. And oh, by the way, people have been asking where it was. And at first, I didn't even remember it. But I found it. I remembered it. I found it. And yes, I do still have yon toilet flushing sound. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I am out of here. Flush.